mind changing to these. They're no more comfortable. Another one. What? Thread vein.
Don't look, not quite depressing this
Here. Can you see any round the back?
No.
Oh, Lonnie, I shouldn't have them yet, should I? At what age do you get them? I read you could have them removed by injection.
It's a waste of money. Here, what about this? The zip going already.
Yeah, well, you didn't buy it here, did you?
Discount?
Well, bloody foreign rubbish.
Made in a British colony.
We haven't got any, have we? Well, what? Have I got any colonies? Thread veins?
No.
Well, you brought it up.
You think Mrs. E will let me change?
No chance. Oh, my ears with that bloody hurt.
Oh, she won't let you change it.
Pumpkin.
She wouldn't even let me change those white pumps in this bit right down the side.
You know, I shan't be able to wear my bikini.
And the heels went too.
I thought you weren't going to wear them till the day.
Oh, no. Not the wedding. Not this early on.
I was wearing them in.
What are you wearing slippers for, anyway?
They're pumps. I don't want to hobble down the aisle in big high heels and break my neck, thank you very much.
It's only because you don't want to look taller than Jack. Why don't you admit it? You wore high heels. You look a right proper Charlie.
Look, I'm going to have to change these buttons again.
Oh, Mrs. E went mad when I altered mine.
You're not dieting for this wedding, are you?
La 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 la. Well, I don't want to look enormous. Jeffrey's so slim. And he's perfectly proportioned for his height, I'll have you know.
Height?
I'd better finish my makeup.
Why does she always change in the loo?
Yeah, where's Miriam?
Oh, she just popped across the road trying to change her kid's shoes.
Will they be open? Lord, look, it's 6 minutes to. What shall I do about this overall?
Oh, it's all right. Just breathe in when Mrs. E comes down.
Breathe in, girl. Look, stop looking. I'm older than you and I don't have any tread vein.
Yeah, well, I can you tell.
You're going to have to put on some of that big tan to hide them.
I went yellow when I used that, like nicotine stains all over.
I suppose it's my blonde skin, really.
I couldn't get off for weeks.
Your roots are
I
darker
tried
than mine.
dancing it in the bath. It's a dye, you know.
Well, I wouldn't use it. It's not natural.
Not natural. Look at that. Rippling russet number 34.
Go, you Sharon! Right, go!
All those who get to donate to Elaine's wedding, sign the card.
Yes,
Oh, dear me.
just wait until we're doing yours.
No, thanks.
She'll hear all this, you know.
She knows we're doing it anyway. That's why she's staying in there.
That's not the point. Carol, keep your voice down.
The presentation will be during A-shift's dinner time in the canteen for those who can come. And there's alcoholic refreshment to be had at that.
And who's making the speech?
Miriam.
Oh, well, that'd be a good laugh.
Mrs. E.
Your ears. Oi! Elaine! Shift your marshal over. Roll call!
Oh, hurry up, Mim. Get a move on.
I never put fresh on.
Make no difference. She'll only make you take it off again.
I don't know why you put it on when you know she'll only make you take it off.
It's one of these days you get tired of saying Miss Lawrence nails, and one of these days I'll get to keep it on all day.
Morning, lady.
Morning,
Now, before I allocate counters today, may I present a new young lady to you? Pauline. Pauline will be on socks today with Miriam. Oh, is Miriam not here?
She's just coming, Mrs. E.
I should change those shoes, my dear. You won't last the day in those.
Yes, miss.
Pauline's just left Westfield Comprehensive, and I'm sure she'll enjoy it here. Mrs. Kent here will fix you up with an overall.
See, Westfields are still churning out the counter fodder.
Good morning.
Morning, Mrs. E.
Try not to be late, Mrs. Harper. Now, I've got a school leaver for you to look after today. She's just getting her over... That's right. Come along. Right. I was just telling Mrs. Harper here that she'll be looking after you today on the sock counter.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Miss Edwards will keep you on baby wear, please. Miss Dawes, your makeup as usual. Mrs. Harper and young colleague on socks, as I've said. Mrs. Wendell, cold meat steer, and Mrs. Jolly, fruit and veg. I know this is nearly the same as last week, ladies, but I think everybody's happy. Now, Mrs. Jones, the racks again, dear. Oh, we've got some nice new hangers with extra clips for the skirts, you'll be pleased to know. Been at the cream cakes over the weekend, Lorne. Mrs. Kent will get you a new one. Miss Penny Cake will be on course as usual. Miss Davis,
Try with a size
Davis
6
done
this time, Mrs. Jones, shall we?
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Kent. I just wish I could aspire to a nursing sister's belt like yours. But I guess I don't qualify.
Mrs. Lawton Mills on jewellery. Ms. Lawrence, varnish if you please. How could I put you on a food counter with fingernails like the bride of Dracula?
But I don't go on food, Mrs. C.
But you may one day, Sharon, you may.
Menswear counter today, Mrs. C.
Menswear today, Miss Lawrence.
Thank you, Mrs. C.
Menswear without nail varnish, Miss Lawrence. Now for the rest, Miss Peggins will replace Miss Hartley on underwear. We must be polite to our Arab friends, Miss Hartley. Nobody's a wog these days. You'll be on hats today. I should think that's innocuous enough. Miss Seeler, will you stay on toys, dear, please? And Mrs. Brennan, would you mind doubling up on light fittings and leather goods again, just while Mrs. Lucas is away? Right. That's you all allocated A shift. You'll be on early breaks today. Shift B.
Of course, you'll be ages, yeah?
I wondered why we had to get in so early. It's just like assembly at school.
Oh, Mrs. E loves playing sergeants. Why do we don't have a flag to hoist every morning?
She's all right, though. She's straight.
Yeah, straight out, Stalag 14.
Oh, not going to be wonderful for making me remember my age.
Yeah, I think they put something in this nail varnish remover. It's like bloody acid.
Don't use that soap, love. It's carbolic.
It's just like we had at school. Really good for crabs, though.
Get a lot of clap at your school, do you?
No, not really. But we had a couple of dinner time chats with the gym mistress. But that was mostly about vaginal deodorant.
Bet that helped a lot.
We did the life cycle of the rabbit, though.
Trouble is, most of us don't marry rabbits.
Wouldn't you know, they'd still be doing the life cycle of the bloody rabbit at Westfields. We got the real thing round the back of the bike shed.
Oh, she's always like this. Nothing but sex all day.
Come on, Pauline. I'm taking you to the purity of socks.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about the size of a man's feet, dear. Now, Pauline, I want you to ask every man you serve today what size his feet are. Very pointedly.
Don't work. I tried that. Half the men in Gravesend are walking about with size 11 stuck under their toes. Now, come on.
So that's shift C on late meal breaks, please. Right, ladies, to your counters, please. How's Mr. Harper's back these days?
Not too good, I'm afraid. He'll be laid up for another month or so, I expect.
I'm still hoping he'll be able to do my bath.
Sorry.
Next time, perhaps. I'm having the kitchen sink cleaned out in the summer.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Don't go feeling bad. She don't give a damn about your old man's back. She just thinks you'll get him cheap because of you. She can afford to pay a proper firm anyway. He's not worse, is he?
No, just the old trouble. It's a bit tricky on his sick pay, that's all. Where's that bloody lift?
Susan couldn't undo her leg bondage. We've had a terrible time. I had to get some pliers from the stock room.
I don't see why you had to break it.
Well, you couldn't have gone around all day in manacles. Anyway, you'd never got up them stairs. Can't mix business with punk.
You do go to that rock concert my kids have been on about all week.
Yeah, the Undertones. Well, she's not.
Don't go on, right? He'll phone tonight, won't he? He's bound to. And anyway, it's a waste of you staying in last night if he phones tonight and not in, isn't it? I mean, you've got to be in the right place at the right time, haven't you?
Morning, my darling.
Morning, Mel.
Hey, what have we got today? Oh, my God, not them again. Oh.
Did you say his name was Kenny? Yeah. Oh, it's a nice name. Oh, I see you stuck down Jackie, you said.
Good girl, that's going to be her point of honour.
Worth crippling yourself for, that is.
It's worth it, all right.
Yeah.
You'll have something they won't let you do, something they keep on saying no to, and something you just keep on doing. It's guerrilla warfare.
Oh, I bet you never wore your berry to school.
I don't know why you disagree. You're always taking liberties.
It won't be half a mo.
Hello, Lil.
Hello, love.
Yeah, well, Mrs. E likes you because she thinks your old man will do her plumbing cheap one of these days.
He'll have a long wait. He's flat on his back again.
Oh, yeah, is he ever up?
Most Fridays.
When? Was it you wanted, sugar love?
Darts night. All that nodding and winking with the lads. All that chatting about it with the barmaid. After that, I think he feels obliged to.
Wait till he takes up wine making. I think it's all that yeast rising in the bottle.
Oh, come on, Lil.
Fridays, only once a week.
Once a month, 2 months if it's peach wine.
Are you being forced again?
Don't be loud, remember it's not
Come on, Lil.
Yeah, you can do with a bit of my old man's yeast in these buns, Will.
You can knock that off and all.
Canteen's nice.
Yeah, go on over there with Brenda.
What did you get for dinners?
Monday braised darts.
You ever had them?
No, I don't think so.
Shut up, Pauline. They're like black leather, really, only ball-shaped.
That's what they are, of course. I mean, they're only called arts for politeness' sake.
Oh, yeah. Did you change your kids' shoes?
No, I know.
Never mind. Go on half day, eh?
Yeah, when's our half day?
Wednesdays, same as the supermarket, so you can't buy anything.
George, I haven't finished with that.
I wish you wouldn't do that while we're eating. Well, I'm having a wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Family planning clinic and dentist.
Very sensible.
I don't know.
The thing is, you have to go to these places when you're not planning.
How do we know it's sensible, the pill?
Oh, not her insides again.
Look, I told you, if you're over 30, they'll take you off it.
Yeah, don't get me worried.
Well, she's not 30 yet.
I'm 29.
Well, don't take it then.
Oh, terrific.
Well, there are alternatives, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. The cat. Lock yourself in the loo and play gynecologist for 2 hours.
Spray the machine in the booze wasn't empty and he's not too pissed to get it on.
Listen, my sister's girl, she's been on a pill for 10 years, and suddenly she gets a blood clot.
Took me off.
24.
My mum had thrombosis.
Yeah, leave off. Got our operations next. What are you doing?
Just checking.
Well, you're not on the pill, are you?
No, but
Well, you're all right then, aren't you? For now.
I want to have 3 children. Like Miriam.
Here, I think all this has turned her head.
How old are you?
Are you serious? Why 3?
Oh, I don't know. Well, my sister's got 3.
7, 10 and 14.
Nicely spaced out.
And he came out the army when he had acupuncture on his back and the darts championship 1972.
Here, what are you doing in the loo all this time?
Nothing. Hey, those two are in the loo screwing things into themselves again.
Oh.
You know, pins and things.
Help yourself. Oh, them. No, they don't really put those things through, you know. They only clip on.
Oh, they make enough fuss about it hurting. Oh, Pauline, you seen my ring?
No, you can't have missed it.
Well, we wanted something a little different. You see, Jeff wanted the solitaire, but it was my decision, so I decided to go for the pony and trap.
Pony and trap.
For the photographs. Elaine will arrive at St. Stephen's in a white trap, pulled by a white pony. And we
all hope it won't.
Because that wouldn't be white.
Well, the pony's not necessarily white.
It's costing enough. You get Mark Phillips riding pillion for that price.
I think it's well worth it for the memories. And, of course, the parents.
Nothing ever changes.
Perhaps if you get a divorce or separate, what happens to all these pony and traps and films of the wedding and the album that plays Here Comes the Bride when you open it with all these photographs inside? What do they all mean then, eh?
Well, we're not going to get a divorce, are we? Anyway, it isn't a photo album that plays Here Comes the Bride. It's the horseshoe ring box. I know you have to work at marriage. It's not all roses. The honeymoon won't last forever.
You've been memorising that, I can tell.
You don't even have to get married. Not these days.
Oh, yes, but I want a nice home.
I've got a nice home.
Yes.
Here, I think Carol's trying to tell us something. I wonder what she's on about.
Sharon, have you got a light?
I think she's collecting for something. I wonder what it could be.
By the way, when are you going to get engaged?
Well, look.
Well, just think of all those rings you could have. I mean, there's you and Terry, you and Roy, you and Peter, and that Italian guy, what's his name, Pino.
Got a very good memory, haven't you?
Yes, I have, haven't I? Pauline, could I see you for a few moments?
Right?
Privately.
See you later, then.
Really, Sharon, why do you always have to try and spoil it?
I'm not. She just pisses me off with her smart-ass wedding.
You're not jealous?
She's just so bloody sure of herself.
So what's wrong with that, then?
I just thought they'd be different, the next batch out of Westfields.
No different than we were. Just as stupid. Elaine could be me.
And these are Geoffrey and I on holiday 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, come out, Will. Good colour.
That was why we were saving up for the wedding, so we went camping. Very inexpensive.
What's he holding?
Oh, yes.
He's pointing into a bucket? Yeah, it's a bucket. He's laughing. You're not, though.
Yes, I remember that. That was taken by his friend, Michael. Bit of a joker, Michael.
Isn't that bucket?
Well, sanitary arrangements have to be rather al fresco when you're camping. Look, that's a nice one of Geoffrey.
Oh, that's Michael, is it? Next to him?
Yes. Now, this one, that's me and Geoffrey at Canvey Island. The weather wasn't marvellous, but we took the radio.
There's Michael again, holding the umbrella.
Of course, I don't like the heat, do you?
Oh, no.
I can't take it. Nor can Geoffrey. He goes pink, you see. He doesn't tan well.
Being a redhead.
Oh, no, this colour makes it look too ginger. He's really more a sandy blonde colour, you know? A bit like,
Starsky.
Hodge. Oh, well, perhaps he's not quite as light as that, but he can't sit in the sun. He has to keep covered up. Oh, there we are at the camping site again.
Well, where's Geoffrey?
Inside the tent. Look, you can just see his outline. He's got terrible hay fever.
Well, the weather looks good there, though.
Yes, we couldn't do much that day, though. The pollen count was very high. Oh, God, I hope I'm not boring you, am I?
No.
Oh, there's Geoffrey loading up the car.
Got a car, then? Hey, that's a really good one. Spitfire, really smart.
Oh, that's Michael's car.
Oh. That's a nice one of the two of you. What's Geoffrey doing?
Oh, yes, he's using his nasal spray because of the hay fever, you know. Of course, Michael was supposed to take that photo after he'd used it, but he's a very immature person, Michael. We don't get on at all.
Useful, though, having a car like.
Yeah. But, you know, I don't think it's wise to hang on to old school friends. Not once you're married, do you? Geoffrey agrees. I think all that night out with the boys stuff so old-fashioned.
Did you finish gossiping yet?
Elaine, I think he was born in a bowl.
His machine's empty.
Well, ask George to refill it then.
I don't like asking him. It's embarrassing.
George.
It's the old guy sweeps up round here. He's got the keys to that machine and the towel.
Too loopy to know what they are anyway.
It's not right we should have to ask him. One of us should have the keys and refill that machine.
Oh, they think we're nickels.
I never heard the man doing out the lady.
It's all right. He's only allowed in here at night. I wish he'd fix his damn system.
Here, Pauline, these are only Cambion. You've got another 2 years to get through yet, dear.
I wasn't showing you. Pauline was very interested.
Go on, I'll see you down on the counter.
I got one.
You'll have to shut it on now. I can't reach it.
I'm bringing me home tomorrow.
Come on. Come on.
Here, I don't want it.
You're a bit tired,
Here
that's
he comes again.
Oh, no, this is bloody ridiculous.
Listen to him swearing, Lordy!
Yes, well, this place drives me to it, this degrading.
Come on, ladies. Back to your counters, please.
I'll be along. hasn't got one of these.
Well, I don't know if she won't get one from a relation.
That's what I mean.
No, we got in first, didn't we? I mean, if she gets another one, she can always change it.
Well, I don't think it's very romantic.
Oh, they're marvellous. It's been a godsend to my mum.
Yeah, it doesn't look very new, does it? It's all mucky.
It's new, all right.
Shop Sawyer. You got this down the market, didn't you?
Marvellous,
Oh,
isn't
look,
it? Come on, I didn't notice anybody getting too involved with the collection and the
well,
buying.
we haven't all got supervisor ambitions here.
Oh, yeah, well, I'd only stuck on a toy counter when I'm 50.
Oh, and here's the garter.
Oh, lovely, isn't it?
Here, I think a flower would look nice pinned to it, eh?
Nice.
Where are you going to get the flower from here?
Mrs. C's office.
You should be careful, you know, Sharon.
Nah, she'll never miss one.
You'll get in trouble.
That does look nice. With the garter. I hear you've made a cake, Brenda.
Only a sponge.
Better than the figure, though, eh, girls?
Yeah. What's she on about? Oh, she's obsessed with dieting, that one.
Well, if you can't live in your own body in peace, how do you expect to live in a world?
Oh,
Very profound. Yeah.
Well, all this slimming and dieting and thing, I don't see what female liberation there is if you always have to be a smaller size or always having to colour your hair.
Rose.
Can I get me cake out, Mrs. Kent?
I'll come and do it for you, Miss Edwards. Lucky they'd sell you just one.
yes, isn't it? Some people say I'm a lucky girl.
Really? Yeah. All right, Miss Edwards.
Cow.
Sharon, that could have ruined everything.
Nah, she wants something bigger than that on me. She wants my fingers in the till that way.
We're on dinner break.
Oh, Christ. Come on, you two. What's on
Here.
Where you want Miss Sealer?
Brenda? Oh, she's there.
Come on, you will allowed in yet. It's gone off far.
Come on.
We're sitting up stacked.
Oh, yeah, there's loads, thanks. Do you like Lorna's garden?
Where do you want these glasses?
Here, we've been like those out to Mrs. Elaine. Here, George. Don't do that. Look, we're having a bit of a presentation before we eat. Do you want to come and watch?
No, I don't bother with it.
I don't know why you bother with him. He gives me the creep.
Here, what's Jeffrey's surname? Smallwood.
Oh. Right, I'll go and fetch Mrs. E.
Get a front seat.
Good morning again, ladies.
Morning, Mrs. E.
Now, as I'm sure you all know, Elaine Dawes gets married Saturday next, and her shift are making a presentation. And you young ladies keeping Miss Dawes occupied till we send her.
She's sure to be up to 1976 on the photos by now.
I'd like to go and get her, Mrs. Gill. Right now, I trust we all know the procedure. I want a nice big cheer as she comes in through that door. Perhaps Miss Dawes has decided to skip her hands and elope.
Got about all this to do.
Mrs. Harper?
Yeah?
Have you any idea where they've been?
None. Elaine's bound to be in a bog. All we see is...
Coach Maria lift, stairs and toilets have all been searched.
Searched, dear. One of us has got away. Get out and track her, don't sound the siren.
This is rather a hiatus.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry I'm late. I was showing Pauline Rowland's window. My dress is in it.
Never mind that now, my dear. I think A-Shift have a few things to say to you. Mrs. Harper.
Mrs. E, supervisors, girls, ladies. We're gathered here today to send off into holy deadlock our own beauty consultant, Elaine Dawes. It is customary on these occasions to offer a few words of advice to the bride. Don't do it, Elaine. Now, apart from that, the only advice I can think of is some that my mother gave my sister before her wedding. Always wear something in bed. Now, she said a woman is more alluring, more exciting, if she keeps a little something on to sustain the mystery of womanhood. Well, my sister got married and went away on her honeymoon. Well, when they came back, her husband seemed rather worried. Finally, he took my father aside and asked him whether there was any insanity in the family. My father said, no, why? He said, well, for 2 weeks now, your daughter's gone to bed with her hat on. A break from here will be a chance to have some good food. Not that you'll be eating much, living off the food of love. But just you remember, Elaine, for God's sake, don't throw your empties in the river. Well, as you can see, there's a little something here for you, Elaine.
Oh,
but first, you've got to hear the rest of this speech.
Sorry.
As you must all know by now, Elaine is marrying Geoffrey Smallwood at St. Stephen's Church next Saturday.
Yeah, we can't wait for all the photographs.
Geoffrey Smallwood. Well, if it's small, don't worry, but if it's wood, heaven help you.
Watch out for splinters, Elaine. You're a sailor. Oh, here, wait for it. Sorry.
It's a little something from all your friends here, especially A-Shift. It does help you to get it up. Help you get up in the morning. We wish you every happiness.
Thank you.
We hope you haven't already got one on the way.
Your paper going up there. Oh, dear. Dying it again after, isn't it?
Oh, it's a cheese maid. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, God, we haven't been promised one. Oh, that's good. Oh, cups with it. Aren't they
Oh, that was a mistake.
Why? They're very nice.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There was a little money left over from the collection, so here's
Not a
little,
bloody
extra
voucher from
something.
here.
Oh, thank you.
Very novel idea, Mrs. Kemp. Very original.
Oh, it's an NHS voucher. Oh, lovely. Oh, thank you all very much, and especially for the teas made.
Oh, we're glad you
lovely. Really gorgeous.
This as well, ma'am. I think that this is more for Geoffrey's benefit. Now, Geoffrey, as some of you will remember, was kind enough to donate 2 of his lino cuts to the staff sick room last year.
Yeah, we really needed this crucifixion print in there.
Oh, is that what it was?
Be gentle with him, Elaine. Swing it easy.
Well, lino cuts are all very well, but I'm sure you can persuade him there are other things about the house for him to imprint his tool on. Enough of this filth. I think it's time we cut this beautiful cake made by Brenda.
Who's got the glasses?
Oh, she's not got them out again.
Oh, stop it, Sharon. It's better than working.
Yeah? Your cake is not a treat, though.
Here, Sharon, have these round, will you?
Oh, thanks.
No drinking, girls. We've got a toast tonight.
I should be cutting the cake. Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, look. You see that?
Royal icing.
I wish this wasn't sweet sherry.
It'll bend the cake.
It's a very sharp knife.
Fight back your cakes, do they?
The icing will bend the cake.
What's she on about? God knows. Here, do you want my sherry?
Oh, you'll get me tipsy.
Oh, yes. And listen, I've been cutting the cake, okay?
Yeah, come on, girls, squeeze up a bit. Now, Miri, get in the middle. Can't see you, love. What's that?
Oh, no, hold it. I want Mrs. E in the shop, too.
Because you've been here a long
Now, I
time.
want a lovely big group. That's it.
Hello, more photographs capturing the magic and mystery of this deeply moving occasion.
Now, have we all got a drink, ladies?
Now, dear.
Right. A toast. Elaine.
Elaine.
Lovely cake.
to give me this recipe?
Well, I don't know that. I just make it up as I go along.
Certainly. Here, how long do you reckon we can spin it out?
They'll be wanting their dinners, won't they?
Guess a bit of fruit cake and a bottle of Monty Linda. No chance.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
I look like you needed it.
No, it's not that.
I meant to tell you, I sold 3 pairs of roses, the ones you said to put back in store. 3 pairs.
Oh, flushed with success, are you?
Yeah, you've never taken 9
Where's the rest of that cake? And I promised I'd take Mum home a bit.
You be lucky. What you said about nylons causing your feet to sweat.
Here, do you mind?
You know how jealous she gets if I make cakes for other people.
Yeah, Mrs. Lambert.
Now look, Sharon, just saved all that conversation if I take her back a bit.
Fascinating. And here's where we get away from all that.
Never mind, darling. Have another drink.
She'll be plastered this afternoon.
Well, I was only saying.
Yeah, well, it was only well shattering, wasn't it?
Who knows this? How'd you get to be a supervisor?
She wants to be like Elaine.
Not that fast.
You be ambitious, love.
Ambitious.
This lady's going places.
3 pairs of roses.
That isn't sherry you're drinking, is it, Mrs. Harper?
How did that get there?
I would have thought you would have known the rules on alcohol by now.
Yes, Mrs. Harper knows the rules, the divine doctrines of Our Ladies of Countess. But Mrs. Harper cannot always see the world of those rules. In fact, Mrs. Harper would like an explanation.
An explanation?
I
What's
feel I
going
need
on?
one. I mean, here we all are, celebrating a marriage, eating a cake, drinking, standing in a canteen, standing in a uniform with a tea's made and a red garter, and I want an explanation.
Elaine's very grateful.
Another drink, please, Sharon.
I think Miriam's a bit off colour, Mrs.
Brenda,
Kent.
Mrs. Kent and I are having a little chat, and she's telling me why. Why?
Look, I know it can't be easy for you. Your husband's off sick and the children.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'd like to ask you why. Why me? Why me, eh? Get me a glass. I don't know why you all resent me.
Oh, you're not one of us.
Come on, be, I'm a supervisor. Oh, it's all very easy for you. You don't have to take any responsibility.
Oh, she's lonely.
I'm simply trying to do my job, that's all.
You love it. It's a quick tighten of the belt. Watch me, girls.
Why didn't you do the supervisor's course with me?
You know why, Valerie. You know why. I would have if I'd been able to. There's nothing personal in this. Nothing personal at all.
Here, you two. New balls.
It's all right. There's some more in my locker.
Oh, aren't you full of surprises?
How would you know your mind's stuck between your legs all
Oh,
day?
you're getting better, Valerie.
I'll fetch you.
No, give me the keys. I'll give you.
All right. My locker's...
I know where your locker is.
Well, when they're ready for their holidays, then come on, Elaine. Today, on the sunny bay. Come on, girl.
Why don't you join them?
Can't conquer in bondage.
Oh, I didn't realise you were all chained up.
We only do it at dinner break. You can't on counters. You've got to go and ring it. It's not punk. Oh, yes it is. It's aggressive, isn't it?
Why don't you ring it?
I don't think it's a very vicious thing to do. It's not meant to be vicious, is it?
Always acts the same, doesn't it? Here, you should see old Ken's locker. I reckon she's a bit of a dark horse, that one.
Always wrong.
That's what it's all about, love.
you please try and tidy up these tables? You look like one of them beyond boards.
Oh, we all stop, right?
Pauline, put yourself together.
I'd like another piece of cake.
Yeah, the party's over, sweetheart.
Hey, Miriam.
Back on socks, I shouldn't wonder. Come on, upward and onward.
Where's my bag? Dear, under the table. Look, there's my glass. Wasn't it a lovely party?
Told you shouldn't have rung him.
So?
Shouldn't cheapen yourself.
Purple. No. You'd be fired from here. And anyway, I like mine this colour. I do. I like it shit shaded.
You can't like mousy brown. I want to be really decadent.
Yeah. You know what Mrs. E would say?
Ladies do not have purple hair.
Oh, abomination.
Defilement.
Sod!
Sod? Sod's not decadent. Sod's not even vicious.
Oh, look, right, I'm getting fed up of being vicious. Nobody seems to notice.
My dad does.
Yeah, there is that. It's not enough, though, is it?
Oh, what else is there? Be like them and their congas.
And teas made.
10 days in Benidorm with your mum and dad.
Oh, vomit.
Puke.
Well,
Stay vicious. Come on. As will Mr. Rosie.
oh, Monday donuts.
Having a good earwig then?
Who's interested?
You all are. We fascinate you.
Tongues out, you know. Get us a dodo. It's only hanging on here in the provinces. Look, you're not the only ones who are individual around here, you know. Some of us just do it a little more successfully.
Oh, yeah. Is that collecting for wedding presents?
Yeah.
You learn.
She left me on the counter for 10 minutes on my own with 2 people to serve. I didn't know what I was doing. There she is. I think she had a little too much at the party. Guess what they were drinking?
Go on, surprise me.
Brandy.
Never.
You don't drink much, do you?
Well, do I usually?
Your tea?
Hey? Oh, sorry. Are there any cakes?
Angel wings, donuts, pink pineapple marzipan turnovers. Oh yes, slab cake.
Yeah, donuts are really vicious.
Hey?
That means good.
Sorry.
You'll have to pay for that one, love.
Rubbish! They shouldn't have been piled up like that anyway.
Listen, I don't want no arguments from you. She'll have to pay.
Don't pay. No, don't you, Pauline. This canteen's positively celestial.
I don't want none of your filthy lip neither.
Don't get involved. You'll be joining their bloody Christmas party.
I only said that she shouldn't have.
Anybody seen my garter?
You lost already.
Bet he's shoved it away. He shoves everything away in there. Do you know, I bet if you dropped a fiver, he'd throw it in the bin.
What do you want, Maud? Angel's ring stone, that's all. Pink pineapple, top marzipan turnover.
One of them pink ones, please.
All right, dear.
I bet you, Elaine.
No, thanks. I'm still dieting.
The dress will fit.
I know. I want to get right down so I can eat on my honeymoon.
What did you do with your teas, maid, then?
Mrs. E locked it up for me. In a
Bloody
box.
locks and keys.
Why don't we get lockers?
Somebody's nicked it. My garter, somebody's nicked it, I know.
Don't be daft, girls.
Planning to take that garter on my honeymoon.
All right, go on. Tell us where you're going.
Oh, well, you know the way we were planning to go abroad at first? Yeah. Well, then I thought about it and I thought, no, the honeymoon only lasts a fortnight, but a home, that's forever. And so we were still
Lucky to
saving for
get
the
a
deposit.
fortnight.
So we thought we'd just have a week on the Broads, hire a boat, you know?
Is Michael going?
On the Broads in this weather.
It's summer.
It's April.
Bloody freezing. Oh, doesn't she look well?
Oh, no, she's coming over. That'll teach you to get matey over a bottle.
Well, I knew it.
What now?
Thieves.
Told you. They've had my garter too, Mrs. Kent.
The ideal opportunity, of course, us all down here.
You mean dinner break in the store?
Well, the store was hardly deserted, was it? I mean, all the sea shift was there and most of
The
bees.
supervisory staff were down here, Miss Lawrence.
Yeah, but
She's
being
back from
seated
Old
two
Selma
boards
again.
were upstairs.
Soon have to learn, Carol. The supervisor may be there, but is she watching?
Yeah, I only thought, you know...
That's not the point. Someone must have known we'd all be down here having a drink.
You're hardly paranoid at all, are you? Anyway, what was stolen?
It's difficult to prove exactly.
You've heard of the great train robbery, I get Pauline. Well, this is the great...
Well, it wasn't socks, because me and Miriam have been stock taken. Jam! You've got jam on me!
What is the matter with you today?
Me? It's you. You're changing into one of them.
Don't be stupid.
Peasant.
Pauline could be punk.
No.
I reckon so.
I might.
Bluffing.
She wears the shoes. I noticed that. I bet she'd dye her hair purple.
I don't see as how you know they were thieves, not having seen them take anything.
Arabs. Well, there were people in flowing robes anyway. It's their wives that do it, fat slugs of women. And I should be the one held responsible if anything's taken from A shift's counters.
Look, we'll check our counters after
I
tea.
should never have attended the party.
Look, don't fret. We'll all take turns covering sales and do a quick stock check.
Would you? Would you?
Yeah, all right.
Before closing?
Why not?
No problem.
Right. Good.
Look, sit here. Have your tea.
Where are you going?
The moon.
Too much brandy for you, love.
Right. Here's for another cup.
Oh, yes, please.
Doesn't find my garter, though, does it?
Pauline?
I think I'm going late.
It's those shoes you're wearing. Oh, she'll be all right. She'll be going out dancing after work next week.
Oh, never. I'm going to just sit and sit.
Look, stop complaining. I have a whole week signing to do and I get in tonight.
Oh, leave it till Sunday.
Yes, well, you try telling my boys to wait until Sunday for a shirt.
Pauline, put your feet away.
All those cosy nights in the little cabin.
Oh, gosh.
It's a four-bed, you know, so there's plenty of space.
Yeah, I think you can rely on having the place to yourself.
Exactly. There's so little waterway traffic this time of year.
Yeah, it's the shortage of ice picks.
Oh, you better take plenty of warm clothes with you.
Thermal undies, swilling it.
Balaclavas.
I can just see it now. Jeffrey at the wheel, fighting a storm.
Rain lashing the deck.
Well, it'll be a break.
You can say that again. Can you swim?
Of course I can. Oh, we have to take all our own food, you know.
Can Jeffrey swim?
And we're going to tie up and treat ourselves to a restaurant meal one night. I think it'll be fun, though, cooking on the boat, don't you?
Yeah. Hysterical, I should think.
Can you swim, Jeffrey?
As long as one of us can, that's all that matters. Pauline, I don't think you're very liberated in your attitudes. You know, you can't expect men to do everything. Not these days.
I bet Michael can.
I bet he's got my garter.
You know his name isn't really George, don't you?
What?
No.
You're kidding.
I've been calling him George for 7 years.
I was looking up in Mrs. E's personnel file.
Oh,
Check she got Pauline's address. Well, it's not George, I can tell you.
But everybody calls him George.
Something else.
What is it then? Go on, what is it?
Come on. It's Jeffrey.
Oh,
we're going to enjoy our honeymoon, whatever happens.
Well, it's Spain for me again this year, all those waiters. Nice. You, Lordy, where are you going this year? Diarmuid.
Oh, lovely. Such a long way to go for a day, though.
Well, why don't you go for longer?
Oh, I prefer days out. It's better than a long time in one place, more variety. I like to get back home at the end of the day.
No, that's no good. You've got to go for at least
Look,
a week.
it saves all that time getting stuck out somewhere if the weather's bad.
Right, back home in the warm with the telly.
You could always put your mum in a short stay place, just for a week. Give yourself a break.
I don't like Spain. I'm just going to do my hair.
Oh, God, I feel terrible. Me too. Yeah, well, you should have kept off that sherry.
Where do you reckon she gets that stuff? You never see it in a shop.
My hair gets so green. Mum's always going on about my hair. You know, I'm getting a bit fed up with everybody saying Mum should be... well, that she's a bit of a nuisance. I never know what to say when shouting starts on. They all have a go. Do you know what one of them punks said the other day? I think it was Susan. You know, the one who eats. I was just put my coat on. And she said, why didn't I finish her off? Say that. Just like that. I mean, what would I do on my own, at home, without Mum there? It's all I've got now. It's all I've ever had. Oh, damn. I've left me comb in my coat pocket. I shan't be a mo.
I know, I've done my best there.
I'd like to go on the toys. I think you need a bit longer.
Socks first.
Oh, have you got a tissue? I've got this stuff in my eyes. It's stinging like mad.
Elaine's got some eye drops.
Oh, Elaine, have you got your eye drops? I've got my shampoo in my eyes.
Oh, yes, I've got some here. Hold on.
Miriam?
Miriam?
Brenda, hold still. I keep missing.
It doesn't say it stings on the label.
It's supposed to go on your head.
We really are well overdue.
Oh, that's better.
We're going to get this.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes, the stock check.
Well, it's going to move on.
Do you know something, Brenda? If you got a perm in your hair, it would dry out all that grease, you know.
My mum had a perm once, and half her hair fell out, just like that.
It happen while you're at work. Nothing to lose your baby while you're working.
Lonnie! Lonnie!
Over here.
Hello, love. Miriam, are you in pain? Miriam, shall I get a doctor?
Doctor, it's too late for a doctor. Go call her husband to take her home.
Him, he's no use. Miriam, are you in pain?
I don't know. Well, she can't go back on the floor. She's got to go home.
Oh, to an hospital. I'm going to go and get a taxi.
And sit in the waiting room all afternoon. Miriam, let's call your husband, take you home, child.
No. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know?
I didn't tell him I was pregnant.
It's not such a good idea to go home if the children are there. You don't want to have to bother with all that, do you?
No, you get more peace in the restroom upstairs.
Do you want to do that, honey?
Yeah, we'll see how you go on after you've had a sleep, eh? Right, come on. Here. Give her 2 of these. They're only Panadol. Now, you take her to the restroom. I better go and get her some water, okay?
Sharon.
I'm sorry. Mrs. Kent? Miriam's got one of her migraines. I'm just taking her up to the restroom. She's taking her tablets, but she needs to lie down for a bit.
Well, don't be long. Remember the stop check.
Right.
Fast asleep. Sharon, what did you do with it? What do you think? Shouldn't we have done it? I mean, properly, shouldn't we have?
What do you want? A funeral, hymns and a prayer, suffer little children?
All right, sorry, all right. I just wish she'd have told us before. She saw the doctor 2 months ago and she never said.
She never told anybody. Oh, I don't understand it. Why didn't she say? She must have been going balmy.
Well, you better be getting back. Perhaps it was for the best, eh? It always hurt Sharon having to lose a baby.
Yeah, and here for God's sake.
So sad. It's such a waste.
Lorne, it's just bloody sordid.
Better be getting back.
I never put it back on.
Sharon, come on, love.
I'll put it on tomorrow and I'll keep it on tomorrow.
Now, I don't see why we don't have these new ones anyway. You like the old soul.
I'm so sorry. I thought that was my garter.
Oh, yes. I always wear garters on the cold meat counter. It's white, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
I've got all the ladies in their garters.
I know. I hate losing things. I mean, you don't get anything twice, do you? That's it. Law. Bloody kids.
Yeah, do you know, I have to demonstrate by only 3/4 of an hour. It's all right for you, Elaine. You only get adults on makeup.
Oh, you've got to be joking. How old were you when you bought your first lipstick?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it must be fun and toys at Christmas.
Oh, incredible. Hey, what's the matter? Not seen Jeff tonight? What's the matter? Don't you want to lose your independence all of a sudden?
No, I wasn't thinking about that.
Coral, you don't
Yeah,
lose.
she can't back out of it now, not after Mrs. E's announced.
No, tied by teas, mate.
I like tea. Oh. Anyway, it's only a garter.
Yes, what have you been up to then? Finishing this stop check. Nothing's been taken from socks.
What a surprise.
Well worth doing, though, eh, ladies? Thank you so much.
Can you tell me exactly what was achieved this afternoon, Mrs. Kent?
We all pulled together.
I think she's cracking up. Oh, I'll have to take this overall home to wash. Got sherry all down it. Here, what can I get for tea?
Take home some fish and chips.
Gives Mum up.
You ready, Maud? Come on, let's go and get our stales. Good night, all. Good night.
Oh, I thought that was over with.
Yeah, but listen, right?
Hey, Elaine, how much was that voucher for?
£3.70.
Oh, you'd have thought they'd have rounded it up.
What you going to spend it on then, huh?
I thought about some of those matching bathroom sets.
Night-night, all.
Good night, Carol. Thanks very much for everything. Bye.
Will someone Don't give it to Pauline. I can't breathe.
Here, Elaine. Come, give us an hand, will you? Oh, Lordy, here, what bathroom sets? We don't sell them, do we?
The brush, the holder, and the paper holder set.
See? Oh, you mean the BATH room sets? You mean the lav brush and lure holder sets?
Yeah, that's the set.
Well, why don't you say so? You're as bad as my mum with her sanitary garments and number twos. I bet you still say front bottom.
Oh, Sharon, really?
Yeah. You do, don't you?
What do you want to spend your vouchers on that for? It's a waste of money. Get some towels now.
Oh, God, we've got 15 towels already. It's all anybody can think of. Got a set of deep purple ones from Geoffrey's granny, a sorted floral pink from my Aunt Margaret, 2 red and lime bath sides from Dad's works, and green paisley from the Avon lady.
See what you mean?
Red and lime?
Yeah, horrible.
Shut up! Well, you coming or not?
Well,
Are you?
supposedly funny.
Well, he won't, will he? I just have to ask someone else. Pauline!
Sod. You rotten sod.
Do me bondage. You're just not ready for it. That's what it is. You're just not vicious.
You writing tonight's menu then, Brenda?
I'm just trying to work out the week's shoppings. Do you lot ever get tired thinking up ideas for teas?
No.
I hope Miriam ain't fallen asleep up there. She might just well have gone home.
She'll be down in a minute. She's all right now.
Yeah, I know. I popped in to see her.
Oh, yes. And what did she think?
Nothing much. Said she was going to sue Mrs. E for that sherry.
Right.
Hey, why do you never get dressed until the last minute?
Because I'm waiting for my deodorant to dry. Anyway, what you got against bodies, anyway?
Nothing. I just don't see why you're always showing everybody yours.
Because it's bloody lovely.
Ah.
And don't go and drop it.
There's nothing wrong with mine, you know.
Now, why's she taking that into the loo? Here, Pauline, give her an hand. I don't think I can stand it if she breaks that prison. Oh, Elaine, don't go putting all that talc down your knickers tonight. It's like pissing in a flour mill after you've been in there.
Shh. Hey, what's up? What is it? What's going on?
She's chained up hand.
What?
Oh, that's wonderful. Are we going to leave her? Why not? It's nothing to do with us, is it? I mean, you know how exclusive they are.
The other one's gone, though.
Oh, well, surely she can get out of it.
But she can't. She can't bend in those trousers. She's tied up by the waist. Sister's taking the chain right through the grill.
What's the bloody fun, Dave? I'm only waiting, ain't I?
Oh, God, I've got to drop this. Put that bloody thing down then.
Oh, Mim. You're still looking very pale.
Funny thing, migraine. Anything can bring it on, eh?
It's that rotten boat at lunchtime, for certain.
Lorne's criticising your brandy, Sharon.
Right.
I was going to bring you a cup of tea when I popped in, but the canteen was closed.
Oh, thanks for popping in, though, Bren.
You know, we all have one of them vending machines, then it'd always be on tap.
You'll be lucky.
Hey, do you think a bathroom set's a waste of money? I mean, they're really useful, aren't they? There's some lovely ones in lilac. And you see, if I do get one, then I could get one of those lilac tumble twist toilet seat tops to go with it. They've got them in Woolies. Oh, they're so useful when you're putting your tights on, because you can sit on the seat when it's down if it's got a tumble twist on it. I always put my tights on in the loo in the mornings. Don't you? It's the only place you get any privacy, isn't it? With a big family. Everybody rushing about with no clothes on. Drives me mad. And you can't keep anything to yourself, can you? Sometimes even eat my cereal in the loo. Hey, do you ever do that? To get away from your family? Do you know, once I read a whole book in there, and the place was so quiet, I forgot who I was.
Elaine, haven't you got an home to go to?
No.
Well, we do. Come, Pauline.
Well, I don't want to lose it. Oh, next time I see this place, I'll be a missus. It's weird, isn't it? Hey, Pauline, you can have me carry this to the bus if you like.
All right. See you tomorrow then.
Good night. Thank you.
Good luck,
Thanks for
Jan.
everything.
Oh, bye. I feel better in the morning.
Thanks, love.
Don't drop it.
Well. You ready then? Yes. Come on then.
I've got to do your card.
I've done it for you.
You'd better not hang around, Brenda. Your mum will be wondering.
Going to get the bus, Mim?
No, I thought we'd get a taxi.
Yeah. You're not still feeling poorly, are you? Here, you go in the opposite direction. I can get a taxi with her.
Oh.
Miriam, my kids can wait for their tea tonight. I'm coming home with you.
No, your old man's all late. You get home to your kids. I'll look after Miriam. It's no trouble.
But you're seeing Terry tonight.
Yeah, well, I can always put him off, can't I? Now, shall we see a doctor on the way home?
Yeah, she'll be all right. I'll look after her.
We'll see a doctor, though, tomorrow.
Now, look, I'm fine. Go on, you've got a day. Top it.
Well, if you're sure. It's just Terry's not on the phone. There's no way I can let him know, but it's no trouble.
Brenda will get us a cab.
Well, if you're sure.
Yes, go on.
And Bren will see you home all right.
She'll be all right. I'm used to sick people. I look after me mum, you know.
There you are, then.
I'll get us a cab.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I'd better dash. I don't want my youngest worrying. You sure now?
Oh, thanks, Lonnie.
If 5 minutes late, my Susie thinks I'm under a bus.
Go on.
Here, what's the name of this road?
Good, how long have you worked here? Grange Road.
Grange Road.
So, you'll be all right with Brenda, then?
Look, Sharon,
So, good job I'm seeing Terry tonight. I feel like ravaging something.
go easy on him, eh?
Tonight's is just for you, sweetheart.
Night, Sharon. Yeah, he says he won't be 5 minutes, and please, will we wait outside, because he can't park there.
Oh, right.
It was just the migraine, wasn't it? I mean, you're not sitting him for anything.
No, I feel better now than I have for ages.
Oh, good. Here, I'll tell you what. You wait here, and I'll go outside, and I'll give you a shout when he comes.
Okay, then.
Bloody women.